Good morning. As the sun rises over Europe, the familiar golden hues of autumn are about to be replaced by something much colder and more dramatic. As October 2025 begins, Europe is bracing for a sharp and unexpected taste of winter. The gentle transition from summer warmth to autumn coolness is being cut short, as a powerful weather pattern sets the stage for a dramatic shift. A strong, high-pressure system has settled over northern Europe, acting like a wall and blocking the usual mild Atlantic winds that typically keep the continent's autumns relatively gentle. This atmospheric setup is unusual for this time of year and is causing meteorologists to take notice. With the Atlantic warmth held at bay, the door is now wide open for a surge of frigid air from Russia. This cold air mass is sweeping westward, rapidly advancing across Eastern and Central Europe, and bringing with it a sudden and intense chill. We're looking at the first major cold outbreak of the season. Time to grab those heavy coats, scarves, and gloves much earlier than anyone expected. People across cities and towns are already feeling the bite, as the need for winter gear arrives weeks ahead of schedule. Temperatures are set to drop dramatically, with some regions plunging up to 10 degrees Celsius below the seasonal average. Overnight frosts are expected to become common, and even daytime highs will feel more like December than October. For millions, this will be the coldest air since last winter, marking a sudden and unmistakable end to any lingering warmth. The abrupt change is catching many off guard, as autumn's mildness gives way to a preview of the winter ahead. The main story: a big, early-season chill is sweeping across the continent, bringing a true taste of winter well ahead of schedule. As Europe bundles up, this weather twist is sure to be the talk of the season, reminding everyone that nature can always surprise us. What's behind this sudden chill? As the seasons change, many of us notice shifts in the weather that can seem abrupt and unexpected. One day it's mild, and the next, a biting chill is in the air. But what causes these sudden changes? The answer lies in the complex dance of atmospheric pressure systems. It's all about the battle between high and low pressure systems. These systems are like invisible giants in the sky, constantly influencing our weather patterns. High and low pressure systems are crucial in determining whether we experience sunny skies or stormy weather. High pressure brings calm, clear weather. Think of it as a heavy weight pressing down, blocking clouds and storms. When a high pressure system is overhead, it acts like a protective shield, keeping the skies clear and the weather stable. This is why we often associate high pressure with sunny, pleasant days. Low pressure is the opposite: rising air, clouds, and unsettled weather. When low pressure dominates, it encourages air to rise, cool, and condense into clouds, often leading to precipitation. This is why low pressure systems are typically linked with rain, storms, and more dynamic weather conditions. Air always moves from high to low pressure, creating wind. The bigger the difference, the stronger the wind. This movement of air is what we feel as wind, and it can vary from a gentle breeze to a powerful gust depending on the pressure gradient. Normally, Europe gets mild westerly winds from the Atlantic in autumn. These winds bring relatively warm and moist air, contributing to the mild and often wet conditions typical of the season. But now, a strong high in the north is blocking that flow, while a low to the south reverses the wind direction. This unusual setup is causing a significant shift in the typical weather patterns, leading to unexpected changes. Instead of mild Atlantic air, cold air from the Eurasian interior is being funneled west. This cold air mass is much denser and heavier, pushing its way across the continent and bringing a sharp drop in temperatures. It's like switching your ventilation from a gentle breeze to a blast from a freezer. The sudden influx of cold air can catch many off guard, as it transforms the weather from mild to harsh almost overnight. This high-low combo is driving the cold wave deep into Europe. As the cold air continues to spread, it brings with it the potential for frost, snow, and a significant chill that can affect daily life. That's the engine behind the dramatic temperature drop we're about to see. Understanding these pressure systems helps us prepare for the weather changes they bring, reminding us of the powerful forces at play in our atmosphere. Meteorologists have a special name for this dramatic setup: a Rex block. It's a rare and stubborn weather pattern that forms when a powerful high-pressure system parks itself to the north, while a persistent low-pressure system lingers to the south. This unique pairing doesn't just sit quietly, it actively shapes the weather across an entire continent, often for days or even weeks at a time. The high to the north acts like a wall, while the low to the south acts like a vacuum, drawing air in. The result? A dramatic standoff in the atmosphere, with each system reinforcing the other's position. Normally, weather systems in Europe move from west to east, carried along by the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above the ground. But when a Rex block forms, this usual flow is completely disrupted. The jet stream is forced to split and take a detour, snaking around the block and leaving large areas stuck under the same weather for days on end. At this moment, a robust high-pressure system is dominating northern Europe, while a deep low sits over Ukraine. This combination is generating a powerful easterly wind, sweeping across the continent with unusual strength. These easterly winds act like a conveyor belt, relentlessly dragging cold, dry air all the way from the heart of Russia westward into Europe. The air is not only frigid, but also bone-dry, stripping away any lingering warmth and moisture. Because the high-pressure system remains stubbornly stationary, it keeps this cold pipeline wide open. Meanwhile, the low over Ukraine helps pull this chill even further south, funneling icy air into the Balkans and reaching as far as Italy, regions that rarely see such persistent cold at this time of year. Think of the Rex block as a massive traffic jam in the sky, rerouting the usual flow of weather and causing cold air to pile up over Europe. This is why cities across the continent are experiencing an unseasonable and stubborn chill, with temperatures far below average. It's a textbook example of how the arrangement of pressure systems can trigger extreme weather events. When the atmosphere gets stuck in a pattern like this, the results can be dramatic. Frozen rivers, snow-covered cityscapes, and a deep freeze that lingers far longer than usual. That's why the cold is not only widespread, but also so intense. From the frosty streets of Central Europe to the snow-dusted hills of the Balkans, millions are feeling the punch of this powerful weather pattern. A true reminder of how dynamic and interconnected our atmosphere can be. Where will the chill hit hardest? Eastern Europe gets the first blast. Poland, Slovakia, and Hungary will feel it early. The cold then spreads west and south, settling over Central Europe and the Balkans by midweek. Germany, Czech Republic, and Austria will see temperatures more typical of late November. The Balkans, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, Montenegro are in the bullseye, with valleys trapping even colder air. Even the Mediterranean, including Italy and the Adriatic coast, will see a dramatic drop. Western Europe, like France and the UK, will be less affected, but everyone will notice autumn's arrival. This is a continental scale shift. No one escapes the chill entirely. Let's get specific. How cold will it be? At about 1,200 meters up, temperatures will drop below freezing across a huge area. Central European cities like Prague and Vienna will see highs in the low single-digit Celsius, 40s Fahrenheit. Overnight lows will be even more striking. Germany and Austria could see 0 or below, with rural areas colder. In the Balkans, mountain valleys may plunge to -5 or 6 Celsius, low 20s Fahrenheit. Some places could break early October cold records. The easterly wind will make it feel even colder. This isn't just a cool spell, it's a true cold wave demanding preparation. The transition to winter will be abrupt and unmistakable. The first widespread frost of the season is coming. Gardeners and farmers take note. Clear cold nights will bring frost to Central Europe, Germany, Czech Republic, Austria, and Poland. Urban areas may stay just above freezing, but rural and suburban spots will wake to icy coatings. The Balkans and the Alps will see even deeper freezes, with hard frost in valleys and mountains. This marks the end of the growing season and a sensory shift. Crunchy grass, frosty windshields, and visible breath. Millions will experience this sudden, shared signal that winter is on the doorstep. Alongside frost, this cold wave brings another surprise: early snow. The cold air and available moisture will create the first significant snowfalls in several mountain ranges. The southern Balkans will see the heaviest snow, especially as cold air picks up moisture from the Adriatic and Mediterranean. Peaks in Bosnia, Montenegro, and North Macedonia could get up to 50 centimeters, nearly 2 feet, of snow. The Alps and Carpathians will also see fresh snow, with temperatures dropping to -10 Celsius at high altitudes. This early snow will create stunning scenery, but also travel challenges in the mountains. It's a dramatic reminder that winter can arrive well before the calendar says so. For many, it's an early taste of the season ahead. Not ready for winter? There's hope. A warm-up is on the way. This cold wave, though intense, looks to be short-lived. The Rex block will break down, and Atlantic westerlies will return by next week. Deep low-pressure systems will pull warmer air from the southwest, flipping the pattern quickly. Temperatures could rebound to seasonal averages, or even above, in just days. Autumn is famous for these wild swings. T-shirt weather one week, winter coats the next. So prepare for the cold, but don't pack away your lighter clothes just yet. This chill is likely just a brief preview, not the start of a long freeze. This cold wave is a perfect example of autumn's unpredictable dance. One week, it's lingering summer. The next, a full-force preview of winter. Highs and lows in the atmosphere can redirect air masses and transform the weather overnight. The rapid warm-up to follow shows just how volatile autumn can be. These swings keep us on our toes and make the season fascinating. Enjoy the crisp air, the first frost, and the beauty of snow on autumn leaves. This is just one memorable chapter in the ever-changing story of the seasons.